Hey, welcome. Hi again. I'm Dr. Vernita. Thank you so much for joining me. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be at this time. Thank you for joining me on this series. We're at our halfway mark. We have some things, we still have a ways to go, but we are on principle number 6, respecting silence. And if you're new to me, welcome. I'm Dr. Vernita, CEO and founder of Glenn White Global Solutions, home of Empowered Educators Academy, where we are on a mission to 1, raise the vibration of the education profession, 2, transform the learning experience of 1 billion adults and students, and 3, heal the nation through education. And I believe these 13 principles on how we treat each other can be a foundation. You can adapt them to how you want to adapt them, but just creating like norms, whether that's in your personal life or your professional life. These norms were created, to have those deep discussions with people, those difficult conversations, but after using them, I found that they can be applied to your personal life as well. You will hear me talk a lot about personal and professional lives because from the educators I know, and being one myself, I know that I used to try to separate my personal and professional life. And in fact, in a lot of teacher preparation programs, they tell us, you're here to be the teacher. I think that's changing now, especially if you're transitioning into the virtual space. You want to show your personality and things like that. And that is true. You want to show up as a whole person. And if you start with these principles, then as you move forward on this journey of really discovering who you are personally to become even more powerful in your professional life, you will see how powerful and magical that can be. All right, so let's jump into it. Principle number 6, respecting silence. How did that feel for you? Was that awkward? Yeah, for the most part, when we're in conversations with people, when they are silent, we do feel that space with we either try to keep talking or we think it's just an awkward moment of silence. But that's not always the case, right? And I know we enjoy our silence when we are alone, or if we've been working from home and trying to, and we have people in our homes as well. We look for those pockets of quiet time. But I wonder why we don't embrace those quiet times in conversations, right? So, for example, a lot of times when we talk, and I'm not generalizing, but I'm going to say, as a woman, I've done this, where I've said what I need to say, the person didn't respond, so I kept talking, or I felt the need to elaborate or explain what I was saying, right? And it's like, okay, did you get what I was saying? Did you get what I was saying? Because I want to keep going. But I wasn't respecting the silence. One, as the speaker, the person talking, I need time to gather my thoughts, let the words that I said go out, and then prepare for a response if I ask a question, or prepare for the next thing I'm going to say. For the listener, that is the time for them to really let the words sink in. So remember when I talked about listening deeply, that those two go together. Like, I'm listening deeply, but in order for me to listen deeply for real, I need a moment to where I can actually do that and process the information that I'm getting. Like, if I'm trying to find the meaning behind your words, I need time to process those meanings. Respecting silence also helps us not to put our foot in our mouths. Sometimes we can talk so much, and then we get nervous and we want to fill that space, and we say something totally to the left that we shouldn't have said. And respecting silence shows the other person that we want them to hear what we have to say. We want to, we're waiting for their response, or we want to give them that time to process what we are saying. I talk a lot when I do talk. It's not like I'm a talker, but when I do talk, I talk a lot. So for me, I had to practice like, whoa, pause, think, tell your brain to slow down so you can say what's next, and then give the person the other time to catch up. Not saying that they can't comprehend, but you want them to really process what you're saying. This happens in the classroom as well. How many times, if you were teaching, have you said the instructions so fast and so much that you didn't pause, and then you wonder why the students didn't follow you? They didn't have time to process. You didn't give them that silent time to process. Or what if you are a leader and you had to have a tough conversation with your admin team or another teacher, and you were talking to them, and they were explaining to you, and then you were like, okay, what do I say? It got silent, but you wanted to jump in, and now the teacher feels like you cut them off because they were just pausing to gather their thoughts, but then you didn't respect the silence and you jumped in, right? So you see how that kind of works on both ends. So next time when there's an awkward moment of silence, it's not awkward. You're just taking the time to respect silence. So because you are learning these principles, I'm going to hold you accountable. I'm not going to expect for the people who didn't see this to do this. I'm talking about you. So in both professional life and personal life, what are you going to do next to respect silence? And this, wait time in education, wait time is a little longer than wait time. It's practice with wait time. Wait time is like 5 seconds. Just practice that. The next time you say something, and then proceed. I counted 5 times, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000. That's what I did. And see how it goes. Now, someone may look at you like, don't you have something to say? Or it will feel awkward at first, but again, you train people how you want them to treat you. So the next time that you are having a conversation with someone, you've already let them know how you feel about respecting the silence, and then they won't be in a rush to cut you off. Because I know for me, I've been the cutter offer and I've been cut off, right? In talking. So I've had to learn to respect silence on both parts, like when I'm talking and also when I am listening. So yeah, let me know down below, how are you going to respect silence? And then if you did do it, come back to this video and let me know, or just let me know as we continue our next series, like which principles so far have resonated with you. All right, whew. We are moving along. So thank you for listening. I am Dr. V, and you have been listening and learning with me the 13 principles on how we treat each other. Until next time.